Now, listen, every year we are bombarded by all sorts of adverts, social media posts, products that claim, you know, we can give you a quick fix to help us lose weight.
But Dr Sara says ignore them all.
Ignore them.
No, and her no diet is all you need. And unlike those online diet products, it comes without putting your health at risk. A no diet.
Yeah.
Dr Sara.
But is it a diet if it's a no diet diet?
A diet.
Oh, well, this is starting to become a bit confusing. Yeah, but look, overindulgence, we all do it in Christmas. It's OK. Enjoy your Christmas. Yeah. But we eat, on average, around 6,000 calories on Christmas Day. And over the Christmas period, we tend to put on around 0.5 to 1 kilogram. So not huge, but if you're looking for, you know, weight loss to try and get into a manageable, you know, weight bracket, then you might start to think, actually, this is the year I'm gonna start.
I definitely put on more than that at Christmas.
Do you?
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
The thing is, though, I mean, with my weight, I mean, I'm all right with my weight, but all I see, and this is even on my pages, I'm not even looking for it, the algorithm isn't showing it to me, but on social media, these targeted adverts with guys with muscles that are going, you could get this body right now for New Year, guys in your area are now doing this workout with us. And I'm like, what? Like, this is all I'm seeing over the last 2 weeks.
You're bombarded with it, and, you know, they know that this is the time in the market when everyone is looking for their quick fixes. And 6 million people in the UK are relying on social media for their medical health advice. We know that people are attracted to these quick fixes. We know that they're looking at role models who don't necessarily have medical, you know, professional backgrounds.
Yeah, and Dr Sara, I get it. You know, if you're not happy with your body and you're miserable in your own body, you reach for anything. But what sort of fads are we seeing now on social media?
So the British Dietetics Association have frequently received questions about their 6 main ones. So the first one is carbohydrate cutting, so low carbs, no carbs before marbs types of stuff, and that's essentially where you cut down on your carbohydrate intake. But in doing so, you are not getting the energy you might need, you're not getting the fibre you need for digestive system, and so it's not, it's not the way to go by cutting out a full food group. They're also receiving lots of questions about weight loss gummies and supplements, which in themselves, it depends on which ones you're going for and which ingredients they have, but they can have lots of side effects: nausea, headaches, high blood pressure, even some can damage the liver.
If the weight loss gummies, sorry, Roland, if the weight loss gummies, have they been totally approved, have they? Or
so
can they sell something without being approved?
Yeah, absolutely. These are all supplements, so they're not approved by the Medical Registrations Board, the MHRA. They are just supplements, so they don't have to have their ingredients looked into. They don't have to have their claims looked into either.
How are they allowed to sell that?
Exactly. It's awful, isn't it? But it is considered a supplement. A gummy, it's not a medical, it's not a medicine. And so it doesn't have to be regulated in the same way. And so people are taking these and they are getting side effects from them. They're also receiving lots of questions about the raw cleansing diet. So that's where essentially you fast for a period of time and then you only eat vegetables and fruits, which you'll rapidly lose weight, but you'll also put that back on again when you stop that diet. So there's no scientific evidence to suggest that it sustains long-term weight loss, and you're removing huge food groups as well.
Is it good for just a little detox, though?
Well, so the term detox is a bit of an odd one because we can't actually detox our body any faster than our liver already does it. Our liver is there to get rid of all of the toxins. And so when you say, am I detoxing, you're actually just there to try and support your body's natural detoxification processes. And doing this won't necessarily do it. You do just need to do it in more of a sustainable way. Yes, it's great to eat extra fruits and vegetables, but not only eat fruits and vegetables.
So what else are they saying that they're getting questions about?
Carnivore diet, so that's essentially where you only eat meat.
Yeah, I've heard about it.
And yes, you're reducing your carbohydrate intake, which may result in a lower calorific intake and therefore higher amounts of fat loss. But it's not sustainable. No. Pureeing foods is another one. But I know, so everything just...
Is that going to change anything?
A smoothie diet, essentially. Well, it means you're packing in lots of different fruits and vegetables, which is probably a good thing in that.
But surely it's still the same amount of calories and
stuff.
stuff.
Well, you're not putting in the cake in there, or you're not putting in the steak in there. You are just eating what you can, you know, you can puree.
And you don't get a jawline.
Exactly. And also, by pureeing, you get rid of the fibre, and that can mean that sugars spike as well. So there are negatives associated with that. And there's also the apple cider vinegar diet, where they just add apple cider vinegar to things. There's no scientific
I use that on
proof.
my face.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
Like mixed in with like a clay and stuff to like cleanse my face. Sometimes.
Yeah, acids are often used in the skin process, but again, there's no evidence to suggest that they work, and acids can be quite detrimental for your GI system.
So apple cider vinegar does not help with your insulin spikes?
So, well, in all honesty, it doesn't have any evidence to show that it'll help with the weight loss associated with that. So, yeah.
Right, OK.
You've been lied to.
I thought it helped regulate your insulin spike.
It may regulate insulin, but not in a significant enough way to affect your weight.
Well, look, they're the questions that are being asked by people. You have come on here today with a bold statement, may I add, the no diet diet.
The no diet diet. Yeah. So
that's a bold claim.
I know. It's pretty... I'm pretty hard going there, aren't I? So I essentially want to emphasise that we want to be doing a sustainable, maintainable form of lifestyle change rather than a rigid diet.
Yeah.
I don't think that there's any help in giving yourself that pressure of following a rigid diet that you know you will not be able to carry on. I also don't think there's any point in only starting on the 1st of January, only starting on the 1st of the month, only starting on a Monday. Give yourself a break. Start it when you want to start it. Don't be stressed if you fall off the wagon or you have a cheat day. This is life. You are expected to want to go out and have a cake with with your dinner if that's the case. It's not linear. You know, like people always expect weight loss to be a linear thing, or a healthy change in their diet to be linear, but actually it's going to be up and down, and it's okay to have those days where you eat 30 vegetables, and it's okay to have that day where you eat.
So what's your advice then? What's the doctor's advice?
Okay, so I think it's all about reducing your amount of alcohol and fizzy and sweet drinks that we've all been doing over the Christmas period. So drink more water, simple. Sleep between 7 to 8 hours a day if you can, because that helps support our repair system and supports our weight loss. It also supports other health aspects. Consuming 5 vegetables and fruits a day. Boring, but we've been told that for, infinite amounts of years. If we can actually increase that to 30 different fruits and vegetables, plants over the course of a week, that's even better. Including antioxidants, things like, cranberries, tomatoes, raspberries, anything with polyphenols in them, because that will help with our detoxification, system within our bodies. We also want to exercise, obvious, but 150 minutes of brisk activity, moderate activity a week. But that can be taken in the forms of 10 minutes of walking, a day.
Walking around this studio.
Walking around this studio.
When Alex is like, walk from the sofa to the chair. Like, so it's like the Krypton factory working on this show. All I want to do is sit on a sofa.
Yeah. I mean, and exactly. I mean, exercise, snacking, those little kind of bits. But also avoiding things like getting quick fixes and avoiding online purchases of things like the weight loss jabs.
Right, I just want to quickly ask you about this, because we've only got about 30 seconds left. But that weight loss jab, I know one has been approved, but there are ones out there that haven't. We have been approved, liraglutide, semaglutide, so Ozempic, has been approved for prescription purposes. We've prescribed it on the NHS by Weight Loss Management Service. But that's because you're being monitored. Because you're being monitored and you're getting the correct product. But there are people that are buying it online, illegally being sold it. And there have been cases of a woman in her 30s who was sold a product illegally online. She was given a video by the seller of how to mix it together. It was a fluid and a powder. And she ended up, bedbound, vomiting. This is so important that you do not buy these products unless it's from a registered marked seller. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's lovely to see you. Happy New Year with your no diet.